let's have some real talk here about motherhood and the stuff that people don't talk about so much. All right, let's just say one thing for sure. Motherhood is freaking awesome. Probably one of the best things in the entire world. And it is by far, hands down, one of the most difficult things in the world as well. It is challenging psychologically, emotionally, physically, in every possible way. Exhaustion, like you've never had. It makes finals week when you stay up for days writing papers seem like a walk in the park. And it also can feel really, really redundant. And I don't know about you, but when I'm tired and sleep deprived and my hormones are all raging, I can sometimes get a little dramatic and my mind can go in all kinds of directions. And then you throw in some postpartum anxiety in there, and you throw in some exhaustion, crying baby, grumpy husband, no time to take a shower, no time to go to the bathroom, brush your teeth, and it all starts to feel like it's blending together. And maybe not blending together so well either. I like to call that the newborn vortex. It just feels like this maze that you're in of repeat and just kind of losing yourself in that. And days turn into weeks. And then one minute you're like, wait a second, what's going on here? Like, when did I last shower? Have I eaten in days? Have I spent more time with the pump than I have with my baby or, my husband? Have I seen anyone in days? Who am I? What am I doing? Like, I thought I would love every second of motherhood, but I don't really like all of this. I don't like changing diapers. I hate having to try to calm the baby when they're screaming at 2 o'clock in the morning. And I feel bad for even saying this. Oh, and then the baby smiles and you're so happy and excited, and then they giggle. Baby giggles are probably like the cutest thing on the planet. And then it all melts away, but it's still there. And then as you start to get a little more sleep and start to feel more and more coherent again, then start to think, wait a second, who am I now that I have you? Who am I? I'm now mom, but I'm also other things. I'm wife, I'm sister, I'm employee, I'm boss babe, I'm friend, I'm aunt, creator, nourisher. There are all these hats that some I'm supposed to wear, some I want to wear, some I used to wear and no longer want. But really, we don't often take that time to pause and say, who is it we want to be now that we're moms? Because we're not that woman we were before we were mom. We're not that person. But there's still aspects of who we are, and some that we may want to hold on to, and some that we may want to transform. And we have this incredible opportunity now that we can transform who we are, because we are transforming. Becoming moms, like, we're learning as we go too. I mean, I don't know about you. I feel like I'm learning every day. And we have this incredible opportunity to decide what our identity is, who we want to be, what kind of mom we want to be, what kind of person we want to be, how we want to parent. And it can feel a little daunting, especially in like the newborn exhaustion, but it's also really exciting. It's really exciting that we can take a little bit of time and figure out all of these things, because just because we're now moms doesn't mean we're still not us. Doesn't mean we still don't have our own hopes and dreams and hobbies, and they may have changed, and that's cool. You may have wanted to climb the corporate ladder and now be a stay-at-home mom, or you may still want to climb the corporate ladder and be a mom. Whatever you want is what's right for you and your family. There are no shoulds here. And I think it's just so important to talk about this, to talk about our changing identity, to talk about how we may not always love being moms. We love our children, but sometimes being a mom is really hard. And frankly, sometimes it stinks. Sometimes I want to hide in the bathroom for 2 minutes by myself without someone needing me. And other times I am the happiest in the world, and I want to pinch myself for how lucky I am. Can you relate to any of this? And I'm so excited to share that this is exactly the work that I do. This is the kind of coaching that I provide. And I like to call it, it's like a best friend, therapist, support, counselor, cheerleader, all rolled into one, but also with a little bit of structure, but tailored to meet you where you are in your motherhood journey. And so a little bit of the details is it's a 6-month program where we meet weekly, but we meet based on either half hour or hour, depending on what level of crazy it is in your house. And we will be in touch via some sort of platform, either Telegram, text, we'll decide which one works for us. And based on where exactly you are, we'll determine where on the nonlinear journey we will start. So identity is usually one of the biggest places to start as we grapple with grieving who we were, grieving the life that we had, understanding what that means, and then starting to build into our identity, like, who are we now? The question that kept coming to me was, who am I now that I have you? That I have my little beautiful baby? Who am I? And it's kind of can be a loaded question, but it's a powerful question, and it can feel daunting to do it alone. And you don't have to do it alone. You don't have to do any part of this alone. In fact, we're not meant to do any part of motherhood alone. So I would love to share more. So send me a message, schedule a time, and I would love to tell you more. If you related to any of this, I want to hear, what you resonated with. And yeah, thanks for listening this far.